Hey, it's Leanne and Loving Life Now with the chains that bind is our topic for today. You do that, you talk, I share.
Really? Okay. Well, good evening. Welcome to our Facebook Live here on Loving Life Now. Today is Wednesday. What date is it? Wednesday, the 21st of September, and we are here for episode number
123.
123. It's episode 123. We've got a great topic lined up called The Chains That Bind. So as you join us, we'd love you to pop your details in the comments, let us know that you're here, and of course we'd love to welcome you personally to our Facebook Live this evening. So as you come on in, pop your details in, let us know that you're here. Greetings from Burnie Island, back in Burleigh Heads in Queensland. Welcome back, Burnie. I was just thinking about you before this stream, thinking we haven't heard from Burnie. Don't know what they're up to.
Yeah, she
Peggy Crane over there in Perth. Hello to you. Michelle Collins on the Gold Coast. Welcome. Rob Collins also on the Gold Coast. Welcome. And not related to Michelle, of course. Wendy.
Two separate Collins.
Wendy from the UK. Good morning to you. Sue Robson also on the Gold Coast. Welcome, guys. Great to have you here. This is weird. It's not telling us how many people are on live.
No, that's weird.
We've got no notification.
Oh, it tells me on here.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not telling me anything. Anyway, as you join us, pop your details in. I can read the comments. That's the most important thing.
Could be 1 million people and we have no idea.
We have no idea. Book Davies, hello to you from Townsville. Great to have you here. And episode number 123, was that correct?
123.
123, yes. And The Chains That Bind. Rob Collins said there's 16 on.
Okay, thanks.
16 million.
16 million? Oh my
God. John McPhee, hello to you and welcome. Good evening. And of course, as you join us, pop your details in the comments. We'd love to personally welcome you to the stream, as we always do.
I'm all shared and ready to go.
You're all shared and ready to go?
I am.
All right. Well, we've got a great topic, but before we do, we just got back from Sydney.
We did.
We're down in Sydney for 4 days with the teenagers, checking out the sites.
Yes.
We got to do some fun things with them, take them to the Opera House and walk around.
There was no opera on, we just kind of
went to the Opera House. Yes. Yeah. They're doing a lot of actually renovations and works around the Opera House at the moment.
There was a race
fun run. There was a fun run on. Sydney was very busy over the weekend. There was 2 football grand finals, well, not grand finals, but prelim finals. The AFL and the Rugby League, both going on in Sydney. There was a massive fun run on in the city on the weekend, and there was something on down at Wollongong to do with cycling apparently, and
we were there,
and school holidays. Well, for Queenslanders anyway.
Yes.
So the taxi driver told us, "My goodness, it's super busy this weekend in Sydney." So anyway, we had a great weekend, and as we said, we were able to check out the sites. Yep. Took the kids on a ferry across to Manly.
The weather was pretty good. It wasn't even that cold, really.
Well, I think we took the weather with us. We took Queensland-style weather to Sydney. But then when we came back, I don't know, we brought the cold back.
That's not that cold.
It's 20 degrees here, 21.
It's not cold. It's not as cold as it was.
But then we're going to Melbourne this weekend. And AFL Grand Final day in Melbourne. The weather forecast is 14 degrees maximum. That's the maximum. And a minimum of 4.
Nice.
So
it might be cold there.
It's going to be cold on Grand Final day for the AFL in Melbourne. So we're looking forward to going to Melbourne anyway. We go down on Friday. We're there for 4 nights and catching up with some of our team members down there. And so who else we got? Michelle Collins said looked like it was a perfect family trip.
Rob Brown from Perth said hello.
Hello, Rob from Perth.
And Annie from the Blue Mountains.
And Annie in the Blue Mountains. Annie knows what it's like to be cold.
Yes.
So we're heading down to Melbourne, and seriously, 14 degrees, and there's going to be rain on the other day, so it's going to be pretty cool over the couple of days.
So we're not talking Queensland weather with us that time.
No, definitely not. All right, well, let's get into our topic anyway. The topic is called The Chains That Bind. Now, every single day in our life, Lee, we take action steps to move us what?
Forward.
Move us forward, right? In order to create change, we've got to take action steps that move us forward. And what else? Each
action step becomes accumulative. Absolutely,
because we take one step after another, right? So they accumulate and they all get linked together. It's a bit like stringing things together or chaining things together, like a link of chains, right?
Bind, right?
That's right, the chains that bind. They're all linked together. They string together. They're held together by one thing. Who are they held together by?
You.
By you.
It's just you.
No, it's not me. It's you. Or it's you.
It's you.
All right. So the action steps that we take, the everything we do is linked together, right? Like a chain that binds. And of course, if we want to create those action steps in order to move forward. Now, your action determines how you see the world. Of course, if we don't take action, we're not going to really see much of the world, are we?
No. And how you experience others and how they experience you.
Absolutely. So your actions speak louder than your words, right? So people are going to gauge you on how they experience you in life, and how they experience how you experience others is going to certainly get a gauge on what people perceive you, right? Perceive of you and what you perceive of them.
Yeah.
Now, life can be seen as a long chain of action, because constantly in life we are taking action and we're taking action steps. So it's like we said, it's a chain that binds us together.
Exactly.
So life can look like it's just a long string of action steps that becomes a chain of action.
Yep. And hey, Mel's joined us.
Now, when one feels limited or restricted, what is that, Lee? What if we feel limited or restricted?
This is a chain that binds you.
Yeah, it's a bit like, can you imagine, just picture yourself for a moment being bound by a chain. Of course, you're going to feel restricted, right? You're going to feel limited in your movement. You're going to feel restricted in what you can do. And of course, that's what it feels like when you're being bound or you're restricted. You feel like you can't create what you want to create.
Yeah.
You can't move forward in life.
So David says your actions speak so loudly that I can't hear what you're saying. Carolina, hello from Germany.
Hello, Carolina.
And Carol from Melbourne.
And Carol Thompson in Melbourne. We're coming your way, Carol. We'll look forward to catching up with you on the weekend, of course. Grand final. I'm just saying how cold it's going to be for grand final day in Melbourne. Top of 14, minimum of 4 overnight.
Grand final anymore.
All right, so let's go back to breaking the cycle. How do we break the cycle of negative things in our life? Well, have you got unhealthy things in your life or unwanted results in your life? Lee?
Yes.
Unhealthy things in your life?
Yes.
Unwanted results in your life?
Yes.
Okay. So many of us want to improve our lives. Many of us want to improve based on being better than the generation before us. Often you hear people say, yeah, I don't want to be like my mum or dad.
No.
Right?
Most people don't.
And of course, the funny thing is that...
Even our parents don't want to be like their parents.
No, that's right. But they did the best they could do with the tools that were available to them.
Exactly.
Right? So, and that's where you've got to understand that the generation before you did the best that they could with the knowledge and tools that they had available. So as life evolves, we can evolve as individuals, and of course, a lot of people's goal is to create that better life moving forward, right? Better than the previous generation. So most of us want to improve on our lives, and there's many things in life that people want to stop, Lee. Like what? What are some of the things people want to stop?
So reoccurring patterns over generations.
Yeah, which is what we we're just talking about. Financial neglect. People want to make more money. They don't want to be poor.
Yep.
Right? So that's something else they want to get rid of or improve on.
Obesity, being overweight.
Yep, that's a big health concern around the world. A lot of it driven by the food that we eat and the processed food that we eat. And of course, people want to change that, right? Divorce could be something that people don't want to get divorced. They want to change the fact that their parents got divorced and they don't want to be like that, right? So that could be something that they're wanting to break that pattern. What else?
Abuse, physical or emotional.
Yeah, so physical or emotional abuse, that can occur and people want to change that. It could be a previous relationship, could be breaking the pattern of something that they've always had in their life through relationships, or it could be past generations. Smoking's a big one.
Yes,
right?
and drinking.
Yeah, for a lot of people, smoking is a big addiction that people want to break that habit. Maybe they grew up with it with a alcoholic parent or alcoholic family where people were out of control, so they want to break those patterns. Drinking, as you mentioned, that's it's a big part of it. Education, there's people out there whose previous generations may not have got a great education, so they want to again, change that outcome or that habit and improve on, often you hear somebody say, I'm the first in my family to get a university degree, right?
And then there's the opposite of that. There's someone that their whole family's gone to Harvard or something, right? So everyone...
And they've just become an entrepreneur instead, right? Yeah. So they've not gone to university and they've wanted to create a greater level of success for themselves. And of course, another thing that we want to break is limited thinking.
Yes.
Right? We want to change...
We're all guilty of
We want to break the chain of limited thinking or having a lack of, and a lack of goals.
Yes. They're
big ones. So all of these cycles are made up of many linked actions. So in order for these things to occur, it's a whole link of actions, commonly, one after the other, in order to...
It's a chain of actions.
Yeah, and it just keeps creating itself. So how do we change this? How do we change the chain, right? The chain of action. So how do we look at the links in the chain of action to discover which links are the best to eliminate so that we can make the change that we need to make? Now, our chains of actions, Lee, will be repeated.
Unless we are prepared to break them.
That's right. So break free. Remember that visual of being chained up.
Yeah.
I think of plastic chains
being
around it, and then somebody, smashing out of the plastic chains.
Well, if they were metal, you wouldn't.
No, that's right.
Unless you're a He-Man.
Unless you're, that or... I'm thinking of, somebody like that.
Superman.
Any superhero or the Hulk, or Godzilla or something like Godzilla. So to break the chain of actions, we've got to stop repeating the same behaviours and the same steps that we've done in the past. So the first step is to what? What's the first step to break?
Find the weak link.
Find the weak link. All right, well, we need to discover where that is. And then we've got to replace it with a new what?
A new thought, a new belief,
a
new decision, and a new action.
All right, so there's 4 steps. A thought, a new belief, a new...
Decision,
and a new action. All right, so they're the 4 key things to change, find the weak link, and then change it by doing these things. So that's really important in order to create and break the link. So the chains that bind is our topic. So if you want to change the behaviour in your life, however it's been difficult before, then what?
You want to change the habit.
You want to change the habit. So what do you do next? What do we do to change the habits that we're creating?
Well, we can engage in conversation of success.
That's right. That's the first key important distinction, is talk about success, right? Not about the negative. Number 2 is we've got to change your story. What's your story? Do you think people get stuck in stories?
Yes.
Yeah. So people can get stuck in their story, and their story becomes something that they repeatedly tell themselves over and over again. Could be that I'm not good at that, or I can't do that, or this always happens to me.
You keep telling me that's your old story. That's not your story anymore. Right. He tells me that all the time, literally.
I do, don't I? She'll tell me something and I'll go, that's your old story. That's not your new story. Write a new story. Change that belief system, right? So we've got to do that. We've got to be prepared to rewrite our story. Don't allow yourself to get stuck in your drama glue, right? The old story
drama glue is pretty sticky.
Yeah, the old story becomes a drama and it becomes sticky and sticks to you, and people want to retell it and they want to get stuck in it because they just like being there, right? But if you want to break the chains, then you've got to be prepared to rewrite your story.
And Brooke said commit.
And commit's a big one. Now, number 3, Lee, what's the next point? So we've engaged in positive conversations of success. We're prepared to change our story, and then what?
No longer engage in any conversation about your desire for past enjoyment of difficulty
of change.
And uncertainty of your results.
Absolutely. So you want to remove the conversations about the negative, about the past enjoyment of, right? It could be of whatever it is that you're looking to change. So it could be a habit, could be drinking, could be smoking, could be eating healthy, could be, improving your relationship. So you're not going to talk about the past enjoyment of why that thing was good for you, or why you enjoyed doing it. You knew it wasn't good for you, but why you enjoyed doing it. Let's say it was eating junk food, right? And then, of course, you don't want to focus on the difficulty of change. Like, oh, it's so difficult. I miss this. I miss the sugar. I miss that. Well, you've got to disengage from those stories, right? And, of course, you can't be uncertain about the results. Like, I don't know if this is going to work for me, Lee. I don't know if I can do it, right? Is that going to get me the result? No, it's not. So, number 4.
Suzanne says put a positive spin on your narrative.
Yeah, absolutely. You've definitely got to have a positive spin on the narrative. And, of course, number 4 is your conversation needs to be and will be one of...
how great it feels to be.
How great it feels to be blank, right? So it could be how great it feels to be healthy if I'm now making healthy choices.
Yes.
It could be how great it feels not to be smoking and wake up with fresh breath and clean teeth and no nicotine on your fingers or whatever, right? So it could be, and your clothes don't smell and your hair doesn't smell, all those sorts of things. So, and I know that, actually it was funny when we've been travelling around lately, we've come across a lot of smokers, haven't we? Like Airlie Beach was shocking.
We had to go home and shower and wash my hair
my goodness.
clothes, and it was
Goodness
gross.
me. They had a pub in Airlie Beach
It was very bad.
where the smoking was terrible. Anyway.
Carol says, can we all find a positive husband-wife partner as positive as you?
Thanks. Well, you've got to be positive, right? You've got to have that positive spin on it, and you've got to be prepared. Here's my advice, Carol. You've got to be prepared to hold each other to a high standard and to hold each other accountable and not allow the old story or the old narrative to be the existing story. So we've got to rewrite our own story. Don't keep telling ourselves something that, I can't do that because I've never done that before. I'm constantly challenging Lee with, things that she'll say, I didn't do that. I can't do that. And I'm like, well, why not?
No,
well,
usually
I've done
it's I don't want to do that.
Or normally it's food. It's like, no, I don't like that. And I'm
that.
like, well, why don't you like that? Like, have you actually tried it again?
Right, so you love mango now. Is that how it works?
No, I don't like
It goes
mango.
both ways.
That's what I mean. We hold each other accountable, right? So,
I'll eat your mango, you can eat my avocado, my capsicum.
So avocado, mango. Right? All right. So how great it feels to be, so the conversation is all about the positive, right? So be aware, however, not to make others wrong. So as you're changing it up, don't make others wrong for still doing that.
Well, don't make me wrong for not liking avocado and capsicum.
I don't make you wrong. No, I don't make you wrong for that at all. That's just a choice.
How can you live in Queensland and not like mangoes? Exactly, Carol. He's in the wrong state.
Apparently, that's what Lee keeps telling me. But I've actually acquired taste to things like, other fruits.
Right.
That I wouldn't normally
Enjoy
eat.
Bernie's mango and avocado salad.
That's right.
Well, we'll just split it in half and it'll be great.
So be aware not to make others wrong who are still on that path, right? So
Yeah.
other people can still be on the path of smoking or unhealthy lifestyle or unhealthy eating. Don't make them wrong just because you're making a choice to change. Just make it about you, right? So make it about, it's your journey, your path. Focus on you and your own business, right?
Yes.
So your business, it's your choice. Just go out and do it and don't make others wrong. I remember my mum used to do that over the years, actually. She was a reformed smoker, and then she would really irritate her, and she would be that negative, reformed smoker that just wanted to make everyone else wrong.
Well, see, I'm just the never smoked and hate it with a passion one.
Yeah, well,
People smoke, I'm like,
yeah. And I've smoked in the years gone by, like many years gone by, but I made a choice not to do it one day and just went, I'm not doing this anymore. And just decided, made a decision and stopped doing it. And changed my narrative, changed my belief system, changed my actions. So I felt like, why not go and have a glass of water? Like, do something different. So what you've got to then do is replace the old conversation with the new conversation of success, right? So no matter what it is, replace the new conversation of success from the old one. However, now be careful. You've got to look out for triggers. And I know overcoming certain things in my life that I've done over the years that there's trigger points. There's things that trigger you, and it could be in food, or it could be, as a smoker years ago, or it could be, there's lots of things, right, that trigger you. So be aware of the urges and when they occur, and don't act on them. Make a choice not to act on the urge. So if you want to change the pattern and the behaviour, and then what else, Lee?
It can be fun to change these unwanted behaviours and break the unsatisfactory cycles.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, of course it's going to be fun, because you're going to be proud of yourself for overcoming adversity, overcoming what was going on for you, and you've really made a decision to get out there and create change. So replace the urge with a healthy alternative.
So if you feel hungry, drink some water.
Yeah. Do a random act of kindness for somebody. Like, do something. Change your patterns. So if you used to do something at a certain time and you're looking to change that up, change it up, right? Do something that's going to give you positive satisfaction. Do something for someone else. Now, you can also keep a journal and take note of what's going on for you at the time, which can really assist you in overcoming and changing and breaking the change, right? So if you really get inside your head, how am I feeling about this? Why am I feeling like this at the moment? Sometimes it's good to journal it out, write it down.
I have an idea. It's a healthy habit. So you could replace red wine with cranberry juice.
Cranberry juice. It looks like red
It's
wine.
right.
Doesn't taste like red wine.
It's still made with berry, grape things.
Yeah, it is. How much sugar's in it?
There's low sugar ones.
Oh, low sugar ones.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Might be better for you.
It's close. Cranberry juice, red wine, could be Ribella. What do they call
Rabia?
it? No, what's it? I
I
can't
don't
even think of
know.
the name.
Rabina? I don't know.
And Rob says why? Exactly. Why would I change red wine?
It's
with
good.
with
It's
with
a
what?
healthier habit.
With
cranberry
juice. Yeah. That's good.
Cocktails with mocktails.
Cocktails and mocktails. That's
Yes,
right.
Book, you can do that. Yes.
All right. So what do we got to do? We've got to follow the conversation of success. Starve the conversation of being stuck. So don't get stuck in your old stories, right? Don't allow yourself to believe the past. Rewrite the story. Already doing that, not quite the same taste.
And Michelle says, does not give the same effect as a good red wine.
No, it's definitely.
Just be high on life.
Well, look, we got to get this finished because I need to go and have a red wine. Or you have a cranberry juice.
It's okay, Lee, if you don't like red wine.
That's right. All right. Now, once you make the shift and act accordingly, guess what? You become free.
Good.
Once you make the shift, you just break those shackles and those chains and you become free. It's freeing. Right?
Yeah.
Wendy says she loves mocktails. So what do we got to do, Lee, in order to create change?
Create new chains of actions to raise the bar in your life.
That's right. Raise the bar in your life. Create new chains of action. And what are change again? They're just one step, one action.
Action after
action. It creates change. So, finally, it's up to you to break the cycles in your life. So if there's things that you want to change, it's up to you, right? Nobody else can do it for you. It's up to you to break the cycles of things that you want to change in your life. They could be small things. They could be big things. It could be past things that have gone on in your life, relationship-wise, that you're wanting to break. You want to break habits. There's lots of things that we can change if they're a problem for you. But the first thing is identifying that you want to create the change.
Yep.
Yep.
Awesome.
So that's it for our topic for the week. And of course, it's a great topic. I really love that analogy of, being chained up in plastic chains and breaking the shackles.
Right.
I think that's a really good visual.
I need to buy you some plastic chains.
Plastic chains.
Anyway.
Moving right along.
Okay, so we're off to Melbourne. So we'll
We are, and we've got a
we'll span you from there.
Yeah, we're going to Melbourne on Friday, and down there for grand final weekend. We've got a great event on down there, and of course, it's really going to be a Brooke said she resonated with the breaking the shackles. Great topic, loved it, said Carol. We're going to see Carol on Sunday.
Said, great topic, except for the red wine tip.
That's right. Thanks, Simon and Leanne. Great content again, said Rob. Thanks, Rob. Grateful for your stream. Appreciated it, Leanne and Simon. Enjoy Melbourne and hugs for Agatha. Yes, we're seeing Agatha on Friday, Saturday and Sunday.
She's going to have heaps of us.
She's going to have heaps of our time. So we've got a bit planned. We've got dinner Friday night. We've got a AFL Grand Final on Saturday. So excited. So looking forward to that. We won't be at the MCG. We haven't got tickets, but we've got tickets to a venue.
Yes.
We're going to a AFL venue pub get together in what street? One of the famous streets. I don't know.
Somewhere down there.
Somewhere that Agatha chose for us. And then on Sunday we've got a get together with team members of ours.
So we're going to see Sarah in Melbourne.
We will see Sarah. Nice to see you, Sarah. We'll see you on Sunday afternoon. So we're looking forward to our weekend down there. Looking forward to the cold weather. Don't know about that. 14 degrees top, 4 degrees overnight.
I might freeze.
That's all right. We will we'll be rugged up and good reason to snuggle, wifey. All right. Well, good to have you all here. Thanks for joining us on our Facebook Live this week. We'll be back next week with another wonderful topic. Are we back next week with a topic? Yep. We haven't got a business plan.
We'll be there.
So
maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I'm sure we're back
We'll
next
let
week.
you know.
I'm sure we're back next week with another great topic on Loving Life Now Facebook page. So come join us next week. Join in the discussion. Thanks for those that are here live. And if you're catching the recording, make sure you comment as well. We love to read your comments when you're watching the recording. So we will see you all next week. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.